supporter, she wants it, doesn't need it!
When you think of the greatest English players, names like Johnny Wilkinson, Martin Johnson, and Jason Robinson come to mind. But no one believed what a young Yorkshire lady could do until now.
And over the top, Ellie Kildunn with a stop and go. Ellie Kildunn racing into the corner. Oh, that's world class!
Aged just 25, this English stunner became the Women's World Player of the Year, while breaking records along the way. But how did she go from a 7-year-old rugby fan to the best women's player of the modern era?
That from Neumann, going quickly is Claudia Pena, drops it onto her legs, it's Kildunn in hot pursuit, and of course it's Ellie!
Despite all the records she has broken, Ellie Kildunn is just 25 years old. She was born on September 8, 1999, in the small market town of Keighley, Yorkshire. Growing up, she was more drawn to rugby than the beauty elements other women often pursue.
One afternoon they were just going off to play rugby, and rather than being left at home alone, I just asked if I could tag along, and it just so happened that the coach had come over to pick them up, to take them down, and I ended up going.
She was immediately recognised, setting off a chain of events that transformed women's rugby and England forever. Despite her love for football, the young woman would go on to play rugby league for Keighley Albion, while playing rugby union locally for Keighley RUFC. But back in the early 2000s, only young boys pursued rugby, meaning she would be the only girl on the pitch. This didn't stop young Ellie, who had a continuous passion for rugby.
I just remember a lot of boys turning around, laughing at the girl playing, and then not doing it at the end of the game when everyone around them, and I've scored a few times.
By the time she grew up, Kildunn enrolled at Hartpury College, where she continued to excel as a player, eventually earning the right to captain the under-18 Yorkshire team. This would coincide with the call-up to represent the under-18 England 7 side in her final year of high school. Ultimately, Kildunn was a star in her local community and slowly became a popular name amongst big rugby fans. These incredible performances set up Kildunn to earn a scholarship at the coveted St Mary's University, Twickenham. She would go on to study sports and exercise science, but her passion for rugby was unrivaled, and everyone knew big things were awaiting the English star. The same year, Ellie Kildunn finally got a call-up to the England 15 side. She made her debut against Canada.
Some way as Ellie Kildunn just slides through the tackle, accelerates away, little ball back in field for Jess Breach, who scored.
Even scoring a try in her first appearance for the country. The following season, she was contracted to the Gloucester Hartpury women's side for the Tyrrell's Premier 15s, in which she had a stellar season. But her big break would come a few months later, when she was confirmed as part of the England's 2018 Women's Six Nations squad. Incredibly, this 19-year-old earns the Player of the Match award against Ireland in a dominant 46-0 routing against her debut Six Nations. Ellie Kildunn was becoming known around England, and many believed her to be the true future of English women's rugby. But for Ellie, she was just getting started. Instead of focusing solely on the 15s game, she made the difficult decision of transitioning into the England 7 side to compete for the gold medal at the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games. This was after she had already scored 9 tries for the Red Roses in just 8 appearances. Despite the Sevens not going to plan, she still managed to become an Olympian, an achievement very few players in the 15-man game ever get to do. Well, unless your name is Antoine Dupont. Everything was seemingly perfect for the young lady, and by the time she turns 21, she was already a household name in her country of birth, with many people around the world also beginning to take notice.
And goes Ellie Kildunn. Oh my word! What a score from the teenager!
After the incredible Sevens achievement, Kildunn continued applying her trait locally, representing England in the 2020 Six Nations, which they won. This was followed by another medal added the following year in the 2021 edition of the tournament. However, her breakout moment came in the same year, when she was announced as part of the English Rugby World Cup squad. With the tournament held in New Zealand and Australia the favourites, no one truly gave the English a shot.
Behind their own try line. Don't tell me they're taking it. They can. They will. They will. Incredible.
The English exploded, going undefeated in the pool stages. And by the time they reached the quarterfinals, Australia was waiting.
Okay, sweet.
So 3 tries for Packer. And then they
A routing of the Wallaroos sent them to the semi-finals, where many began believing perhaps this could be the year for England. The English barely outplayed Canada in the semi-finals, with New Zealand's Black Ferns scraping to a 25-24 victory over arch-nemesis France. This set up one of the grandest finals in women's rugby, the Black Ferns vs Red Roses, for the most important prize in rugby.
On the shoulders of giants who have gone before them, 2 teams of exceptional women will experience a moment in history decades in the making.
The game, often labelled as a legendary final, proved to be just that, and Ellie Kildun was sure to put her mark on this highly important game. Just 3 minutes into the match, this happened. The try rocked fans and put England on the board first. Finally, the fans believed that this could be their year. New Zealand responded, and the game quickly turned into a shootout, with both sides exchanging tries. But unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. The Black Ferns would hang in there, scoring with a few minutes left on the clock.
Stands the kick, this one might sit up for Stacey Freuler, just short, Lindsay Egan crashes over, and New Zealand go back in front with 9 minutes to play.
It ultimately sealed the deal, sending the Roses back home with a silver medal. But back home, things were looking much better for Kildun. Everyone took note of her impressive performances, and she earned a move to the top English Premiership side, the Harlequins. It is this move that is largely responsible for her career taking off. The move allowed her to play alongside some of the English greats like Emily Scott and Leanne Riley, both who would be very influential in the career of Kildun. Despite only making it to the semi-finals since her arrival, she has put in a few excellent performances over the last 4 years. It is all around this time that Kildun chose to fully commit herself to playing for England. By the time she fully committed herself to 15s rugby, Kildun was playing against legends of the sport. Players like Pauline Borden, Emily Scarrett and Roe Demant were all vastly more experienced. But England was building an unstoppable squad, at least up north. With Ellie now a regular name at the fullback position, the Red Roses went on a winning streak, achieving the ultimate prize in 2022, 2023 and 2024. All of these tournaments were capped off by England winning the coveted Grand Slam as well. This essentially means the Red Roses went undefeated in the Six Nations for 3 years straight. No other male side can ever say that. Ellie Kildun was slowly building a legacy for herself, being mentioned in numerous conversations to be the player of the tournament. Unfortunately, it didn't happen until the 2024 season began. As the tournament kicked off, Kildun was on fire, scoring try after try.
Really struggling, backpedaling.
Kildun's given them the slip down the touchline. She might try and go all the way herself. Ellie Kildun. She'll step up once again on the international stage.
Her impressive performances led to scores of 88-10 over Ireland and 42-21 over France. Essentially, no one was even coming close to the Red Roses, and the tournament was wrapped up pretty quickly. At the end of 6 weeks, Kildun was the leading point scorer and leading the try-scoring stat at the same time. She ran in 9 tries in 5 games, contributing 45 points at the end of the tournament. This automatically brought her into contention for the Women's Six Nations Player of the Tournament award. Despite names like Romain Ménager and Alyssa Dinkia, it was a foregone conclusion, and Ellie Kildun was subsequently given the nod for the award. She would earn the coveted Women's Six Nations Player of the Year award at the age of just 24. Her season didn't merely stop after the Six Nations. She continued dominating locally, putting in impressive performances and leading the Harlequins to 3rd place in the local championship. By the end of the year, she was fully recognised as one of the English stars, with many truly believing she would earn her recognition.
That's one that happens in everything I do, whether it's in the rain, in the shine, and I just love what I do. I love the team that I play with. I love.
By the end of 2024, the decision was simple, and Ellie Kildunn was awarded as World Rugby's Women's Player of the Year after an incredible season. But according to Kildunn, she hasn't even begun to scratch the surface of her true potential. These were her own words following the award. Now she is looking forward to perhaps repeating this incredible achievement in 2025. With the Women's Six Nations already in full swing, Kildunn just recently made her 50th appearance for the Red Roses.
Yourself, Ellie Kildunn, little in and away, beats the fullback, cover defence coming across, Ellie Kildunn just about there, just about over, just about...
The way things currently stand, there is no denying that she could perhaps win the same awards in 2025. Moreover, her style of play and impressive performances have certainly elevated England. Perhaps she is the Antoine Dupont of women's rugby. With the English star just 25 years old, she has already achieved so much. Few women will ever match her achievements, and now the world's top player is again eyeing up the 2025 Women's World Cup. A few different bounces of the ball could see her lifting the ultimate prize in world rugby. But what do you think? Make sure to let us know in the comments below, and maybe hit that subscribe button. More than 90% of our viewers are currently not subscribed to the channel, and a subscription would mean the world to us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here at the Line Break.